Okay friends, in our previous video we have seen how we can authenticate user login and as well as user registration. In this video we will see how we can create a dashboard screen. When we have a successful login, we are going to navigate to a dashboard screen. So in this video we will see how we can create a dashboard screen. So I already created a dashboard screen over here, but I have not created any interface inside. So now we'll create a user interface over here. So which is a stateful widget. So and I'll call it as a dashboard screen. So when I call it a dashboard screen, okay, go to my main, and here I want to create a one more router over here, and I'll name it as a dashboard. Dashboard. Okay, I'm done with creating a dashboard screen, and I have routed it. And go to my dashboard screen here, and the first thing is, let's create a scaffold over here, and inside scaffold I want to create an app bar. So inside app bar, so I want to give the background color because I want the same color which matches everywhere. So that's the reason I'm just giving the same color to the my app bar also. Deep purple accent, so deep purple. And next I want to create an, so this is okay. And next I want to create a body property here, and inside after app bar I want to create a body property. So inside body property I'll simply call a container. So and I won't do anything inside a container, just simply call a container. So and once you have a successful login, so next login is your main dot. So here once you have a successful login, so this time what we are going to do, so instead of printing something like this, I want to navigate. So I want to navigate something, navigator dot push name. So all the context and as well as name of the dashboard screen. So if you go to main.dot, this is the name I have given. So once we have a successful login, it will take to our dashboard screen. Let's try it. money@gmail.com. Okay, so when you have a successful login, so automatically it will navigate you to the dashboard screen. So let me check for any error. So nothing was over here. Okay, we are not printed any print statement over here, so that's the reason it successfully came back. But if you see, there is a back button over here, so we don't want this back button because if you tap on the back button, automatically it will navigate back to your login screen. So we don't want this back button. Instead we will create a logout button here. Here we will create a logout button. When you tap on the logout button, user automatically the session will expand and he will go back to your login screen. So we don't want here the back button. To remove this back button, we have in the app bar, we have something called automatically imply leading over here. We'll write property there. Go to your app bar, go to your dashboard screen, and inside the dashboard screen you have something called automatically, so and make it as false. So when you do this, automatically this will, you see right, it's automatically the back button was meant to hidden state. So next we want to create two buttons over here. So one button is for editing the data and the other one is for logging out. So we'll create two buttons. To create the two buttons, I want to create on the top bar. So in this is our app bar. So in this app bar I want to create two buttons, one for editing the data and the other one is for logging out. So for that I have something called actions. Let me write a raise button. So inside the raise button, so I want to create two raise buttons here. One for logging out and the other one is for, sorry, spelling is wrong. One for edit and the other one is for delete. Go back. So what I'll do, we'll create on pressed. Right now I'll do anything inside. So after on pressed, I'll create a child and I'll give it as an icon, and inside icon, so I want to add icons dot edit. So it's a default icon from the Flutter, and I'll also, so I want to change the background color too. So I want to change color dot white, means tint color. I have changed the tint color over here. And after that, so if you see the background is some gray color, so I don't want that color. So instead of that, I will match the app bar color with the text, with the button color stone deep purple. Okay, you see now you have this one, and next we want to create one more button here, which is a logout button. So again I'll create an on pressed, and after on pressed I have a child property. Inside child property, I'll create icons dot exit. We have some icon called exit to app, and I'll give the color as white. So if you give the color inside the child, so that will apply to a tint color. If you give the color outside of this child, so that will applicable to your raised button. This is the only small thing over here. This is a small thing that you need to remember. So now we are done with creating a edit button and as well as a logout button. So next we'll create one list view builder. There we'll pass some dummy data. So right now we are not doing anything, just we are simply passing some dummy data here. Let's go inside the container. Okay, inside container child, what I'll do, I'll just pass one list view builder. So inside the list view builder, okay, so inside the list view builder, total items count, I'll give it as 10. Right now I'm just giving some static data. Once we created a CloudStor database, we will get the real-time database. As of now, I just want to create some dummy data over here, so that's the reason I'm just creating like this. Context, comma, index. And inside I just want to place one card here, and inside card I'll create a child property and type list, which is a list type, and again inside list type I'll create a title and I'll name it as some like subtitle, and I'll pass the age as some 29. Okay, we are done with this. So this is an additional thing, the not recording. So we are done. See, if you see, we are done. Means right now we have given some dummy data here. This is not real-time data because right now we don't have any data. We have created a login, we have created a registration, but we have not created any CloudStor. Means we are not storing any data over here. The only thing is we have created only authentications and we have passed some dummy data here. So if you see, the name was repeated multiple times till the 10 columns. So the name is repeated 10 times because we have given the item count as 10. Within a card with buttons on the top. Next we need to add one score item here. So this is not age, let's change it to gender, because this is what we have showed you in a dummy application. So this is gender, and I'll write it as male. So the gender I have given it as male, and in the right side I want to create a score. In the right side I want to create a score text. So to do the score text, what we gonna do is, so go inside of your list view card. So here, and after subtitle, I just want to create a circle avatar here. Circle avatar. So I have created a circle avatar here, and inside circle avatar there is a child which is an image. And inside image I'm gonna add asset image. So right now I have not added any image here, so I'll do it later. So right now I'll just create an empty image over here. Right now I'm not adding any image. Right now I need to get the image. So, and after that go to your circle, go out of the circle avatar and create a triling. This is for, it will create a text on this on the right side over here. Means all the so leading is the one that creates on the left side, and we want the triling is the one that creates on the right side. So here in the triling property I want to create a text here, and I'll call it as a score. So, and I'll give you some default score as 100. Okay, we are done. So if you see, the card is appeared with score text on each and every card. Now the list is appeared with the score. Now the list is appeared with score on each card. So this is how we have created the list view with some dummy data. So in this video we have seen how we have created a logout button and edit, and also we have created a default cards with some dummy data. So in our next video we will see how we can do a logout function, how we can create a logout, and also we can create a alert dialog, because when you tap on this update button over here, the update button will display a alert dialog box where you can able to edit your name, gender, and as well as score. Thus we will see how we can create those in our next video.